comparing her to? This. You look at enough of those pictures of the girl in the yellow, and again, that's a tame picture compared to what's on even Facebook standards. What winds up happening is every time one of our young ladies comes to talk to you about something that you need to hear, something that can refresh your spirit, the first thing you do is compare it to her. The legs are not the same. She has a different waist. And everyone is guilty of that. I'm not going to tell them to raise their hands, but I asked my guys. I said, let's be honest. How many of y'all been in church and instead of listening to the message, been looking at butts, looking at booty? And I was proud of them. I was proud of the ones who said something. I'm not even looking at my guys so they don't, We cannot escape our eyesight. The messages that we bring here are truthful. They're supposed to impact you. But sometimes things get lost in translation. How many times have you heard the pastor say, well, you're not responsible for the thoughts that come into your head, but you are responsible if they take root, right? If they make a nest. You've heard that before? I can't avoid a Victoria's Secret model walking by the front of my car. I couldn't avoid it if it happened. That'd be weird, but I couldn't avoid it if it happened. What I can't stop is continuing to think about it after she leaves, right? Because when I get home, my wife doesn't look like the brochure. Careful. I hear you. It's 360 in here. My wife's not a Victoria's Secret model. I don't want her to be one. Because everybody sees Victoria's Secret models, and my wife is for me. Oh, that's it does? Yeah. Right? Yeah, that's how you've been saying. You guys want that, right? Yeah? You guys want that? You want that sweetness? Yeah. Then don't make it sick by introducing things that don't need to be introduced into your lives. Don't open that door. These guys don't act right, don't open that door on them. Shut it. I mean fast and hard. And if they don't go away, tell me, trust me, they'll go away and you'll understand. We have to be mindful. We have to be shrewd. Some really quick things because I want you to see this movie tonight. Boston. Young girl, 14 years old, took a picture of two of her friends. Something similar to that, but they were kissing. Two girls kissing. She sent the picture to a friend who said they would keep it to themselves, but sent it to everybody in school. The girl faces distribution of child pornography. Because the people in the picture were under 16 years of age in Boston. She is a minor, but it doesn't matter because she was in possession of and she distributed. So now, she got kicked out of school, but she's also now a registered sex offender. Now you might say, man, that sucks. Yeah, it sucks, especially if she decided that she ever wanted to work with children. If she ever wanted to be a school teacher. I'm sorry, Pastor, do we run background checks when we do Awana? Would registered child offender be a red flag? Oh, we don't even let them open up the Cheerios. Oh, I'm sorry. So as much as you are filled with the Spirit of Christ to help us, we're very sorry you can't help us. Still think that picture that they sent you is okay? Still think maybe that picture you want to send out is a good idea? You may want to delete that. By the way, there's no such thing as permanently deleting anything on the internet. There is no such thing as permanently deleting anything on the internet. It remains on a server. Facebook says it takes pictures down. Yes, they take them down, but it's still on their servers and it can be found. Don't believe me? Google that and you will find those types of stories. When we go to Proverbs 5, and this is for you to use as a resource. Proverbs 5 warns against adultery. But that's everything that's involved in here. And it describes adultery as a woman who calls you, who invites you, who tempts you, and that for the moment, it is sweet to the lips. But then after that, she brings disaster. And let me tell you, when you meet somebody online, when you talk to somebody online, you can think want to. You don't know who's on the other side of that. These young ladies, and you can actually, there's a couple of other slides right after that. These guys pretended to be that. This guy, in his profile, he was Ana Garcia. He was Ana Garcia. Hola, Ana. I like long walks in movies too. This other one, the next one, I think he actually put, 17, play ball. So if you get that Facebook friend request, okay, 17 and plays football. Dude, that's a hard 17, right? That's a tough life, okay? This guy's doing 60 years for child pornography. He's in jail right now. 60 years for child pornography. 60 years. They sentenced him to 60 years. Okay? The next guy, I love the profile of the next guy. The next guy actually put in his profile, loves Jesus and worships. Now we're going to hold on to this guy for a second. This guy's profile, he was so good at convincing that he lured a 17-year-old girl and he killed her. Because she was going to meet up with another church-going girl at the mall. Oye, ready to evangelize in the mall. To go spread the message of Jesus Christ in the mall. In other words, you're there, you're walking around, Jesus did something for me, I'd like to share that with you. Can I talk to you? Can I invite you to my church? That's what evangelize means. And when we do that, we organize that as a group, and it's great to do it. Okay? We do it at the mall, we do it at places, we go out to neighborhoods. But this guy convinced her so much that he got her to go to the mall, and when he was there, he knew everything about her, boy. He was up on her. And he murdered her. I didn't pull the picture of her parents up, but it's heartbreaking. There is a danger that you need to be aware of, and you need to stop assuming, I'm looking at the screen and that's it. You open up your house. You open up your world. You open everybody up to these things. Now, 2 quick messages for you. For some of you, it's not you. For some of you, it's the person next to you. Sorry. I actually looked right at you. For some of you, it's not you. It's your friends. They're the ones who are like, hey, check this out. Hey, take a look at this. Click on this link. Who's ever received the link that someone says, hey, just click on it and watch? Who's received the link? Don't act like you don't know. That's what I want to hear. Be truthful, and the truth will set you free. 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. Everybody knows Nicole. She's a PK. You know what PK is, right? Pastor's kid. Right? Everybody knows Nicole. Nicole's a good girl, right? Everybody loves Nicole. Nicole plays, she worships, she wins awards. But all it takes is for one of Nicole's friends to be the wrong bad apple to bring her into that world. For as good as her intentions are, for as much as mom and dad are working hard, it only takes that one friend to put that little stain on her. So that's why you have to be able to say bye-bye to people who will mislead you. Now, I know that's hard. That's my boy. She's like a sister to me. That's my BFF. Listen to me very carefully. Never more true is this. My Awana kids know it. I can do all things through Christ. What do you mean we're not going to be friends anymore? I hate you. How could you leave me? You say you love God and you're going to part with me? Yeah. You're into weed and porn. I can't be around you. Fix that up and we can be friends. I hate you. Hate me from afar. I'm not going to be friends with you no more. I don't want to be friends with you. I think I made that clear. But it's a certain amount of strength to be able to say goodbye to some of your friends. and be the outcast, right? Be the one who's not involved anymore. Everybody went to the party, you didn't go because everybody there was doing something you're not supposed to, so you must be the weirdo. Yeah, you're the only weirdo who doesn't have a jail record. You're the only weirdo who doesn't have a stalker. You're the only one who doesn't have their Facebook hacked. You're the only one who's not suffering the consequences. Yeah, let me be weird. What we're talking about is all interconnected because you need Christ's strength to endure that loneliness, to endure this. In Spanish, we have a phrase, I don't know if you guys use it, más adelante viven gente y son buenos vecinos. Up ahead, live people and they're good neighbors, meaning further down the road, I'll replace you with someone who's worthy. I don't want to lose you as a friend, but I can't let you mess up my life. So if I got to replace you, I'm going to replace you with a better model. How many of you have lost a friend because they moved away? You found a new friend? Or is that hole still in your heart? Y'all moved over like a week later, didn't you? Okay, so it can be done. Your mind, your body, and spirit. You cannot put those in jeopardy. Last but not least, when you go on the internet, you're putting your dependence on people. You're depending and assuming that people are telling you the truth, that people are being honest. You saw Mr. I Love Jesus right here, right? This is going to make sense to you when I read the scripture. And think about him as I say it. Cursed is the strong person who depends on humans, who thinks he can on muscle alone, meaning your own brain power, and sets God to one side as dead weight. He's like a weed in the wind, out of touch with the earth, roots aimless in a land where nothing grows. But blessed is the man who trusts God, the woman who sticks with God. They're like trees replanted in Eden, putting down roots near the rivers, never a worry through the hottest of summers, never dropping a leaf, serene and calm through droughts, bearing fresh fruit every year. Understand this, guys. God knows exactly what he created because this is what he says about us. The heart is hopelessly dark and deceitful, a puzzle that no one can figure out. But I, God, search the heart and examine the mind. I get part of the human. I get to the root of things. I treat them as they really are, not as they pretend to be. You can walk around, you can go online, you can do all these things and assume and believe that what you're seeing is true. But if you rely on God, and there's a word we use here called discernment, you will be able to notice, feel, you'll sense something's wrong here. What I'm reading doesn't make sense. I've got a bad feeling. I'm not going to open my door to this. What's in the power of your faith if you leave it and rely upon it in Christ. I know it's difficult to leave friends who aren't doing right. I know it's not easy to be the only one who's not doing something when everybody else is doing it. I know. Everybody wants to be a part of the group. Everybody wants to be a part of something. But you can't be a part of things that are going to destroy your future. And I compliment this gentleman right here who told me, I have plans. I'm going to be in the military. I'm going to study certain things. But there are certain things I can't be a part of because I'm not going to get into the military. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just like you want to help Pastora Iris, you can't be a registered sexual offender. You can't be an ex-con. They're not going to let you work with the Cubbies or the Sparks. You like your kids, right? You like being with your kids on Sunday and teaching them, right? You like babies. But as much as we like you, if your background comes up bad, no parent is going to look back and say, well, Pastora Iris trusts her, so it must be okay with me too. No. Your record comes back bad, that's your reputation. Here's what I want to leave you with. You have access to anything and everything in this world. The Bible even says everything is permissible, just not everything is in your best interest or you should do it. You can go where you want to go. You can hide stuff from us. You can hide stuff from your parents. You can do all these things if you haven't been doing them already. Can you? You could. but it will come out. It will be found out. It will be displayed before the world what you have done. And if you don't believe me, Google IP address. Everywhere that you ever search, everything you ever do on your computer has your IP address. Your IP address is the unique identification of your computer. It tells me, if I look up your IP address in the correct conditions, that Nicole searched how to make slushies. It will tell me that she searched how to combat hate in the world. It'll also tell me if she ever searched something that she wouldn't want to share with her mom. And that is recorded for all time. Your IP address will never go away. However, because we have a loving God, and because Jesus is the perfect sacrifice, all things go away with Him. And we're able to renew and restart. On behalf of every member of our church, we love you. We are worried about you. We think about you. There is no such thing as one of us having a closed door to you. You need to know. You need to find out. You're concerned. You want to heal something. You want to address something. That's what we're here for. As I told my guys, our conversations are conversation. Afterwards, we played dodgeball. I didn't look at anybody kind of weird. I didn't bring up anything that we talked about. Why? That's what we're here for. Don't hide anything. This is the truth of what's out there, and it gets discovered. Now, I'm sorry that a young lady paid for her life for this man to be discovered, but I don't want any of our girls, and I don't want any of our guys to look at this person, or those people that we saw, or those pretenders. I want you guys to be out there with the wolves, but shrewd like snakes. I want you guys to be just wickedly smart, that no one can deceive you. Does it make sense to you? Do you understand what we're trying to transmit to you? Now, we've got a great movie tonight. Something that Madeline struggled with to pick out and bring to you. But what I love about it is that she said, I'm going to keep it real. This isn't Facing the Giants. And this isn't Fireproof. And it absolutely is not, Medea Goes to Jail or something like that. This is life. And it's a great movie. And I want you to really just take a moment and thank all the leaders who worked so hard to bring you this event. Everybody here, really is trying to do the very best they can to produce a beautiful future for you guys. So get comfortable, respect your areas. I know that you guys are going to respect these things because you've been understanding and listening to everything that we've been saying. Boys on my right, girls on my left. No Marco Polo. Because Marco Polo will be Marco kick you. Boys on that side. Boys by the music. Girls by the piano. They're getting ready to prep it. When you guys are ready, they're going to run it. It's an awesome movie, Halloween 14. No, I'm just joking. Feel free. Anything you move, you will be putting back before you leave. Pastor Lemuel will be so happy to see how great you guys cleaned up. He'll be excited. He'll send Pastor to come say, wow, I'm excited how well you all cleaned up. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your movie.
I mean, it's pretty dumb.
Oh my god, that's so pretty. I love it. Thank you so much, Aunt Nicole.
Isn't it pretty, Dad? More decaf?
So you two, high school. That's pretty great.
I guess. It's gonna be sort of weird though.
Really?
Well, our school is kind of a feeder for new tutors, so we're gonna know like a ton of people already.
Dear Annie, happy birthday!
That's.
It's like the one you saw on the hills, right?
I don't think the Hills are the role models.
That looks a bit revealing, don't you think?
She's 14 again.
Yeah, no need to remind me. So, you did great.
Come on, faster.
What?
What's she talking about?
It's a heavy box. It's the new MacBook Pro. It's got a 4 hard drive, 2.53 gigahertz processor. Oh, I know what that means. I think we're actually passing wind at this point. It's getting late, but honey.
Have a minute side, please. It's still my birthday.
11:15.
Promise.
Who are you talking?
I'm chatting, Dad. My friend Charlie from California. He's a junior and plays volleyball for his high school.
Oh, junior. Well, he's obviously a very smart kid. LOL, laugh out loud, right?
Nice one, Dad.
Proms.
Parent watching over my shoulder.
And what is that?
Laughing my ass off, me too. No, wait. Dad, can you go talk to Mom about mortgage payments or something?
Alright, I like that figure.
Good night, love you.
All right, let's see what you got. Press the line, make sure you touching the line. Last one, you're almost there.
Hey, Annie, come here. This is Serena.
So, you're Peter Cameron's full sister. Your brother's hot as shit.
Thanks, I guess.
So, I'm having a little party at my house Saturday night, and you, little Cameron, are invited.
Okay. Thanks, Serena.
Tell your brother.
Is it deliberate?
No, not at all.